Afreeca and Zed, the first ban against Mickey, but that's pretty par for the course, especially after we saw Mickey, win with it again recently. You want to take away that Zed.
Also, probably the Twisted Fate, the other common ban, particularly against Afreeca Freecs when they are on the red side, so they don't get any possible fantastic counter picks or some of their stronger players. Samsung, interestingly, we don't talk about Wraith a lot as a support, but the combination of Wraith and Ambition has actually made Samsung the highest team in the league when it comes to wards per minute. They place 4.05 wards per minute. That is really, really high.
That is really high. And that's exactly what Ambition needs, too. He needs that strong support to pair with him to do well. We saw him do well with Mad Life, and now he's kind of transitioned over to working with Wraith. And he doesn't need to be bailed out quite as much anymore, too, which is good to see. He has Seer ban coming in after the Poppy ban now.
Wow, targeting Crown very heavily, but again, he does account for an inordinate amount of this team's damage output.
Cassiopeia banned. Way back at the start, but Callista banned just now.
Yeah, that's a champion you really want to keep away from Songyun.
I'd say so.
And they don't want to first pick it. Could be going for a Corki here.
Yeah, Lissandra is still available, Alistar as well. Any jungler you want. There's an Italy ban. I spoke too soon.
I don't think Ambition's going to care about that. His Graves has been more of a priority pick for Samsung this season than anything else.
Well, and his Kindred in that last series was extremely good. So, yeah, I don't think the Italy ban hurts him too much. He's got other options right now that he can do well with. Samsung mulling over a first pick Corki.
Yeah, I think they're going to go with this. They still have Kindred or the Graves to pick up here for Ambition. Ambition has played Rek'Sai and Graves both 9 times this season.
Soraka got some interesting changes in 6.5.
Yeah.
I don't know if it makes her necessarily pick-worthy, but something to consider anyway. And taking away that Kindred from Ambition wouldn't be too bad. Like you mentioned, he still has the Graves, but theoretically, it's still a decent takeaway.
This would be a great kiting composition, though, the combination of Soraka and Kindred with the Lamb's Respite, and of course all the healing that Soraka can give.
Yep.
But I don't think we're going to see a pick of Soraka quite this early. Not to say we won't see one, but this early in the draft would be a bit odd. Instead, they will just take the Gragas. And remember that it is played top lane now, so that's what it's going to be here. Jungle, Kindred, and top lane Gragas.
Well, Ixu's top lane Gragas has been good, too. It's not just that they can pick it, it's that it's actually a great pick right now for the top lane on Afreeca Freecs.
And that gives Afreeca a really interesting strategy to use in the draft, especially on this red side, where they can take both Gragas and Kindred. They can deny one of the primary counters to the Lamb's Respite and just put it in the top lane.
True. Interesting to think about. Will we actually see the Jhin for Songyun? Jin's been popping up here and there. The success has been hit or miss across all the teams, but Jin's really a different type of AD carry too, so you're not just going to be able to jump in and play this guy right away, it seems like.
Yeah, it's played quite differently than most other AD carries.
Yeah.
It's been done successfully in Champions here by Prey. It has been done very unsuccessfully yesterday by Fury on Longzhu, who had one of the most awkward series on Jhin that I have seen yet from a professional player.
Yep. The Lucian would fit a little bit better, I think.
Do the Yasuo. Oh,
Kog'Maw.
Okay, so they're taking away the disruption that would prevent Kog'Maw. This actually is a good draft. They fit the Gragas top lane in as a denial pick against Kog'Maw being able just to simply stand there and auto-attack in place. I really like what Afreeca is doing in their draft. This is something that's clever and also unique to the Freecs.
So do you pick a Lulu finally to finish this off and just go modified Juggermaw, or like a kind of disengage Maw?
Yeah, you could. You could definitely try and make that strategy work for you.
We see the triple AD maybe coming in from Samsung.
Could take the Varus in the mid lane here for Crown and then try and just play a poke composition and hope that the Afreeca Freecs are not able to engage on you. If they don't have Gragas Barrel right now, they don't have a real good form of primary engage, so poke would be effective.
All right.
And they're able to target down the Kog'Maw with the Maokai, should they need to get into that back line with Twisted Advance.
Makes sense. Varus Maokai will be the final pickups for Samsung. And now what do you do? What do you send to the mid lane if you're the Afreeca Freecs? I like the Lulu. I think Lissandra could also work. Yasuo would be more disruption.
It would also be more Mickey. Even though this is not a meta pick.
True.
Even though this is not normally a meta pick. Against a poke composition that Windwalled can do a lot of work. They have a lot of knockups with Braum and Gragas to use the Yasuo ult on.
Multiple walls with the poke coming out from the Kog'Maw.
Braum and Yasuo, the Brasuo.
Brasuo. It's kind of like a phalanx, you know? Multiple shields.
Or as we call the Unbreakable and the Wind Wall combo, Unbreakable Wind.
That's perfect. I like that. Unbreakable Wind.
It actually isn't bad with this composition.
It does make a lot of sense.
And especially against what Samsung has drafted. No!
Oh,
it was good.
Well, this is good too, though.
You see Mickey just chuckling right there. The audience getting really excited.
Lulu
is good too.
Lulu is good too.
I was just excited to see Yasuo again.
You're right that it would have been more Mickey, but Lulu's more meta.
Yes.
And you want to go with the meta over the Mickey, I think, if you want to win the game.
Still, I like this draft from both of these teams. Clear win conditions. It will be a Juggernaut run by the Afreeca Freecs, but they do have an extra threat coming out of the Jungle Kindred. Makes it a little bit more interesting. It will be super hard to kill this Kog'Maw between Lamb's Respite and Wild Growth. Meanwhile, Samsung, it's all about the poke for them.
It almost makes you want to be aggressive in the early game if you're Samsung to try to hold this Kog'Maw down, but you can't really do that with the comp they have very well, can you?
I think they have some strong lanes. The Corki Alistair might be able to do some work there, but of course Kog'Maw Braum, that long range proccing the Braum passive can make it difficult to engage. And tank wars in the top lane not going to be too exciting. And farm junglers, this actually should probably be a pretty boring laning phase.
Okay, thanks for getting me hyped up.
I'm a realist, Doa.
See, I'm picturing
Tell her like
a
it
game.
is.
I'm picturing a game where Ambition just is like, I need to go in there and blow up that Kog'Maw now. And he just ganks like crazy, super exciting. Awesome.
And then Braum just uses his Unbreakable on all of Grace's abilities.
Nope, he's
he messes it up.
He's off somewhere else.
Just uses it for no reason, and then that's when the collateral damage comes in.
That's right. It's like too many caster minions. I gotta block some of this. Yep, that's right. Samsung versus Afreeca Freecs. Let's get into game one and see who gets the early lead.
Everybody wants to rule the world. There's a room where the light won't find you. Holding hands.
And here we go. Samsung taking on the Afreeca Freecs in our second best of 3 of the night. Welcome to Summoner's Rift. Exciting first match between SK Telecom and Rox Tigers. And now Samsung looking to capitalize on the defeat of SK Telecom just mere minutes ago.
Keep that streak alive.
Yep, that's right.
Interesting. Crown is going to start with a Mana Crystal. Sapphire Crystal, rather.
Okay.
Very confident that he is just going to sit here and play safe, play the farm game, the poke game for a little while, and try and get that tier even faster than normal.
Wants to poke. He's working out his triceps with that bow. Lifting it over and over again.
That'd probably be really heavy. That's a huge bow. It literally is the size of Varus.
I know. Maybe it's made with really light metal, you know?
It doesn't look like a compound bow. Looks like just a, well, actually it is, probably.
Is it?
Arctic. I think that's Arctic Warfare Varus.
It is, yeah. Because this is one where the bow folds up.
Oh yeah, that's dumb.
Yeah. But they did it in Avengers.
I dislike everything about Avengers.
The second one was not good. A lot of harassment coming in from Wraith and Core JJ. Lyra on the run. Ooh, wow, that's really close. I thought maybe he was going to flash. One more auto, and he probably would have.
Meanwhile, Snowflower back for Braum,
More pain.
the revenge.
This time it's personal.
It's always personal with you.
He's going to give him the chair. Oh, Snowflower taking a lot of damage now. But yeah, you just can't focus on killing off that Braum. It takes too much time.
Can't give him the chair.
That's right. And so the blue buffs will just be taken by each team. Crown already pushing that lane in pretty hard onto Mickey.
Yeah, he'll be farming up really quick and looking for that fast recall. He hasn't taken TP this game. Mickey has. So having that heal instead, double heal on this team will make it difficult for Afreeca. Remember that, again, their engage is somewhat limited here. We're going to see kind of a standoff of poking in this game.
Yep.
But Maokai is a good answer to any kind of jungle mob because the Kog'Maw, a targeted form of CC like that, is something you can't dodge even with a hugely fast Kog'Maw with a lot of whimsy on it. So if you can actually catch him out in that front line and then burst him down, which again is going to be difficult through the Lamb's Respite. This is probably going to be a really interesting, and by interesting, of course, when casters say that, they mean bad. Team fighting game with them standing and looking at each other and shooting a lot of poke and then waiting for somebody to get low enough or push them off of an objective.
Or somebody just gets caught. At some point in this game, somebody's going to get caught, and that's going to be kind of it.
Yeah, the Varus also effective if you can land that Chain of Corruption onto the Kog'Maw. So they have a couple of ways to try and get the Kog'Maw. Meanwhile, Afreeca, if that barrel is down, no engage. So they need to get the priority on the objectives, get in that river first, try and play around the Baron and the Dragon and force Samsung into these engagements as best they can.
Yeah. I suppose the nice thing about Varus' ultimate is that you can try to chain it back to the Kog'Maw if you hit somebody in the front lines. You still need the follow-up. You still need the damage on that immobilized AD carry.
Yeah. You still have to have Kindred ult down, or you're not going to kill it. And then when it comes out, it's going to get a heal, it's going to get a wild growth. And then things are going to get sad for Samsung.
Yep. Sad song.
Sad sung?
Yep. You know, Samsung actually means 3 stars.
I do know
Korean.
that.
So sad song would just be sad stars. I know you know that. I was just giving some knowledge to our viewers because we're an educational show.
When you said you know, you were talking to the many viewers that we have right now, and not to me.
I meant you personally. You know. But yeah, when I was using you before, it was a general you.
It's hard to tell with you sometimes.
I know. You can be like that.
6 double entendre, Fonzie.
He's going for the triple entendre. Pentatondra?
That would be quite a feat.
It would be, wouldn't it? Ixu pushing up this top lane onto Cuvée a little bit. And will we see these other lanes traded? It doesn't look like it. Looks like the turret trading is over for the moment anyway.
Cuvée got a healthy little lead out of that turret trade, and the fact that we do have standard lanes now as Songyun and Snowflower feel safe right next to their turret, and overextensions coming in from Samsung. Ambition is coming up just to cover their butts. But Kindred already here. Are we going to see a play attempt here from the Afreeca Freecs? Lyra wrapping around through the tri-brush. This is dangerous.
Trying to come from behind. There's a slow onto Wraith. They want to get that Braum passive proc. Wraith goes ahead, goes for the flash, gets stunned up, goes for the engage. Headbutt pulverized. Lyra gets low, but it's just way too much coming in. Wow, flash Q from Snowflower for the bloodthirsty kill, but here come the TPs on both teams. Ambition flashing in, looking for one onto Lyra. They'll get it. Songyun on his own. Cuvée getting a little bit low. That is not a tanky Maokai. Snowflower flashes away, now using it. Ixu flashes well. Flash, Chain of Corruptions. Great ult from Crown. And that's a double kill coming in from Samsung. They take the lead and they get the win. That early team fight, they're going to maybe get this mid lane or bottom lane tier 1 as well.
Ambition turning that around. He had the right camp there, was overdoing Krug so he could actually respond to that gank. And no TP in the mid lane. And a little bit faster TP from the top laner of Samsung starting this fight. Wraith does a good job. He realizes he's dead, tries to turn it around with some crowd control, it's a little bit more time for Core JJ to land a nice Foss bomb. And Ambition coming in here. Great patience, waits for his top laner who's going to get there first. They immediately go on to Lyra, take him out. It's again a 3v3. Core JJ gets another multi-man Foss bomb though. And here's the key. Varus just gets down a little bit faster, forces that flash. No hesitation. Crown lands the Chain of Corruption. And the damage from that Graves and the Corki clean everything up.
Yep, Crown already really making that Varus work, getting that first ult of the game. And helping secure 2 kills with it. 2 kills onto Ambition too. And here's where you start to get a little bit worried about that Graves getting a bit more involved in the lanes.
Well, just getting a huge farm advantage too.
That too.
He's been great at farming so far. Not that he's going to build the Devourer onto Graves, but he actually managed a 16-minute Sated Devourer in their last game against the Rocks Tigers using Kindred.
Yeah.
So it's a farm machine taking a 10 CS lead really early on.
Well, Cuvée is trying to be annoying while Ixu tries to farm, but the saplings aren't too much of a concern.
Sapling is actually one of the highest base damage abilities in League of Legends, though.
I know, but at this point in the game, it's not doing a lot to that Gragas. I know, I remember playing the...
AP Maokai?
Yeah, Earth mode or whatever when... what was the one where you just had no cooldowns?
Rapid Fire?
Something like that, yeah.
Ultra Rapid Fire,
Right,
which is
right.
Earth. I figured it out.
You got it.
I've never actually played any of those other versions of League
Maokai
of
was
Legends.
really fun, dude. Go AP Maokai and just blow people up with 1 billion saplings. Yeah, or actually just like hide like 6 of them in a bush. People walk in and just immediately die. It's really fun. You do it at level 1. You just load up a tri-brush with saplings and watch somebody walk into it. Just
Mad Bomber Maokai.
Yep. Pretty much. A little bit of damage onto that bottom turret. Wow, Crown got the blue. Oh, that was intentional, though. That was intentional. Like, wow, that buff is great. I didn't see who that Ambition was there for a second. There we go.
It's okay.
I'm just easily impressed, apparently.
By Varus piercing arrows.
So long distance.
Wow. Samsung's a little bit slower right here.
All used by Crown. Snowflower comes in, misses that Q. Crown walks away to safety, but he may lose his mid lane turret for it.
Afreeca just ganging up here on turret after turret
Hello.
after turret. Ambition has to come around to the side, gets the Q.
Yeah, Lyra takes a lot of damage, getting very, very low. Ambition in trouble now, though. Dashes over the wall. Ixu gets him with the explosive cask.
Party
Just
cask.
blew him up, yeah. It was a party. Ambition was invited to the afterlife.
That's a party I would not want to be invited to.
I don't think I would either, but that's the type of party you went to.
Maybe that's what the Grim Reaper says when he comes to collect your soul.
You're invited to a party in the afterlife. Pretty sure. Might as well have fun with it, right?
Of course.
Getting to,
Grim Reaper is really just like a frat boy.
we're kind of getting into Terry Pratchett death sort of referencing here.
Good job by the Afreeca Freecs to balance out, get the faster tempo on some of these turrets, even dealing a bunch of chip damage to the mid lane and taking a kill as well. So Samsung's gold lead cut a little bit. Samsung did not actually take the dragon while Afreeca was up on the top side of the map.
The package delivers Core JJ to safety. In Summoner's Rift, the package delivers you.
That's right. There is no package delivery. It's only Corki delivery. Isn't Corki the package in that case? I think we have to ask.
Who is the package, really?
Who is the package all along, Noah?
Corki is. You must pick up the package to become the package.
Is that Zen-esque sayings by Noah?
That's right. Corki went to a mountain on top of Freljord. There was like a UPS guy there or something, and he was like, in order to become delivered, you must deliver yourself. Ixu comes in, explosive cask only knocks right back. Ixu turned on immediately. Samsung with a lot of damage in there. Ambition getting ambitious. Wall thrown up by Snowflower. They're going to keep going though. Flash. Core JJ comes in as well. Q misses from Varus, and wow, That was just a shooting gallery, but Afreeca Freecs make it out somehow.
It's all about the poke, Noah.
It really is.
Consistent poke wars. Samsung does manage to push up into this mid lane. Snowflower's going to have to recall Ixu low. Ambition looking for an angle for his Q.
Got to be careful. Lyra's still got his Lambs Respite, so they can keep Ixu alive if things get really dicey, but
this game's all going to be about turrets.
Oh yeah.
And retreating when teamfights start, so you can kite and poke again.
Will there be a dragon? Yes, there will. Samsung going for it as Crown keeps that mid lane push. And there's nothing really that the Afreeca Freecs can do right now to stop them from taking it.
A lot of farm denied in the top lane too, as Cuve just stayed up there pushing while Ixu was joined up with the rest of his team in the mid lane. So finally that dragon will go down. Samsung finding an opportunity and taking it out here a little before 13 minutes.
Yeah. Crown's got a nice lead as well. And that Kog'Maw's already starting to attack very quickly. That's what he does.
Even after they changed his W, increased his sort of natural attack speed growth stat. Mickey has found Core.
Yeah, going in onto Core JJ. There's a Valkyrie, there's a flash from Mickey. Flash in response from the Corki, and looks like he'll be able to get away.
The Corki JJ.
Corki JJ. Yep. It's Destiny. That's the champion he was born to play.
Don't have the Skorky anymore, so we got to go with the Corki JJ.
Hello. Now Ambition is just, he's really kind of changed things around a little bit in the last match or two, just playing very, very aggro now.
I like it. I prefer Ambition.
Yes. Ambition is definitely the preferred way to play.
And the rest of Hamsung.
Just going peanut style. Hamsung. Certainly saw it against the Rocks Tigers.
We're going to try and catch up Mickey right here. He is far forward. He does realize what is up the last second, though, and they use that whimsy to get right out. Samsung would rather go for the blue buff right now. Mickey's going to find that with the use of his Frost Queen's Claim.
Yep.
Going for the Faker style of build. Frost Queen's Claim. Probably into some split pushing here, considering they do have double teleport, and that is going to be a really viable way for the Afreeca Freecs to win this game if Lulu ever gets alone time with a Lich Bane on these turrets.
True. Lyra takes the blue buff over from Samsung's side. Mickey back to split pushing down in bot lane, again without that flash, but Lulu's so mobile with that W. Very mobile champion.
Highly mobile.
Extremely mobile.
So, whose mid turret is going to go down first in the Battle of Pokedoa? Any guesses?
It's tough to say. I mean, it really depends on who gets poked out, right? The first team to have one of their carries lose a lot of health probably has to back up, and there's the turret, right?
Sure. I do think that the Afreeca Freecs have a natural advantage with the extra teleport on the map right now and the fact they've already been putting Lulu into this side lane. And now, since lanes are pushed forward over to the Samsung side of the map, they will take the Rift Herald. And then, are you ready for the 5-man in mid? Try and push down the mid turret?
Oh yeah, I am ready. And I feel like I want to give the edge to Afreeca Freecs now.
Here we go.
Yep. Ambition on the run. Nice Q from Crown. Wow, Crown force out a little bit. Has to burn that flash. Use the Chains of Corruption. They're going to turn it around. Lamb's Respite used. Can they get a kill off of this? I don't think so.
They got the heal off.
Whoa, that was close. Q doing a lot of damage. Snowflower, though, with that wild growth, manages to stay alive. And the poke actually goes over in favor of Samsung. So now Samsung, the team, with the pressure on that mid lane turret. Those Qs are doing a lot of damage from Crown already.
Slowly pushing him off, but they don't actually have the range to get in onto the turret. Afreeca still attempting to mount a defense here.
Yeah.
Kindred has to go out and farm out the bottom lane. Mickey, the only one left. He's got 50% of an HP bar. Ambition using his time just to clear Raptors and then return. Ambition being in the mid lane right there was actually really crucial. That's just a great sense of timing of where to be, because he knew that that push was going to be coming in based on where the side waves were, so he was there with the Varus all ready to help out against the 5-man pressure.
Ambition's been around a while. He's played a couple games of League of Legends here in Korea. Flash engaged. They're going on to Lyra. Lyra with no ultimate gets taken down easily. Knock up onto Snowflower, and Samsung just pulls the trigger and grabs 2 kills just like that.
Lyra cannot be on the flank like that. They knew his ultimate was down and that he was basically a sitting duck to the targeted CC of Maokai. Poor pops over with the Valkyrie too to add that extra bit of burst, and that's going to be in another turret.
Like a literal lamb to the slaughter.
Look at that wave they prepped in the top side too, and chase this all the way down to another tier 2 turret. They are getting a bit low, and they have a lot of gold they haven't spent. I don't think they're going to pressure this over much right now, but at least they can shove it into the tier 2. Actually, Ixu will just stop it up right there and collect all those minions inside his barrel roll.
Yeah, I mean, Afreeca's got a good composition, but it seems like Samsung is just kind of playing this one a little bit smarter, you know?
No, they are, and Lyra certainly out of position after that initial fight in the mid lane, and Ambition's positioning has just been better as a jungler in this game.
The Ambition position is their primary mission.
They are assuming the Ambition position.
That's right.
Afreeca Freecs is assuming the Ambition submission position, though.
That's right. Snowflower. Ouch. Getting poked. Gonna start calling him Slambition.
Only if he's playing Gragas.
So is he Bambition with Graves in?
Is that the sound a gun makes, Noah?
Bam Bam, maybe, sort of.
I think Bam Bam was from the Flintstones.
It's true. It's a versatile sound.
I think that's
for a lot of things.
I think that's what we call Ambition when he plays Trundle.
Maybe. A jungle Trundle. No, that's a Cloud Templar thing. It's pretty amazing how good Ambition still is after being in this league for like 4 years now.
Yeah, same with Score and Mad Life.
Yeah.
Still around.
Still around.
The old guard.
Still legit.
Shy is there somewhere still on CJ's roster.
Yeah.
But has not played a single game this season.
Ryu's out there too, but some say he's still dying to this day.
He's not dying so much anymore with how well H2K are playing over in the ULCS.
H2K is doing great, but Ryu will always be sad Ryu to me. Always the Eeyore of League of Legends.
First time I saw Ryu happy was with the KT Bullets 1 IEM.
And that was the last time you saw him happy too, wasn't it?
The only time.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Samsung has all the pressure for the moment anyway. The poke has been working quite well. Getting a nice little 3,000 gold lead. Not a lot, but something they can build off of. 2 dragons as well.
They're well on their way to a victory here, Samsung.
Yep.
And they've been playing their team compositions expertly in the last few weeks. Even against KT and SKT, where they suffered some of those losses, they showed, of course, glimmers of the skill that they possessed earlier in this season when they went on a bit of a run and started really aggressively climbing up the ladder.
It seems like they really got a lot out of that that break when we had IEM, because since then they've been looking a lot more solid overall, win or lose.
Yeah, and Ambition just not getting caught out as much, which is exactly what needs to be happening if
that helps too.
Want to win games.
It's not being as crazy going into the enemy jungle randomly, just getting caught. Crowd got the blue buff.
Excited again. The piercing arrow.
It's amazing.
Did you like the hail of arrows or the piercing arrows more?
Piercing arrows way more impressive, man.
What if he had a really good slow and then set up a chain of corruption inside the hail of arrows?
To get the blue buff, I'd be impressed by that. Yeah, sure. I mean, wow, that blue buff was not expecting to get ulted, I'm pretty sure.
You can't ult blue buff, I'm sorry to say.
That's why I don't think you'd be expecting it.
Who makes a bow with it splits into 4 parts like that? Seems like you couldn't even really draw it back.
I mean, if you pull like right in the middle of both strings, sure you could.
Would it really... I don't even know how you'd hold the bow with the other hand while there were 4 strings.
I mean, you just can't make it that far. You know, like, I mean, the strings come together.
Mickey.
So just attach them. Mickey, what are you doing, buddy?
He's getting out. What are you talking about? Nothing's wrong.
Oh, yeah.
There's no problem here.
Everything is fine. just Mickey things.
Uh-oh.
Just getting collapsed on things. He decides to go the wrong way again. Cuvée right there. Here comes Ambition for some damage. The rest of Afreeca Freecs trying to save their wayward mid laner. Wraith trapped up in the back lines. Ambition Ixu there as well. Explosive cask used as Afreeca Freecs tries to disengage, but their top laner taking a lot, has to use his flash to get out. Used his teleport to get to the fight too.
Wow, now TP advantage.
Yeah.
Going over to Cuvée. They played a little bit too aggressively, Samsung, trying to get that pick. Unlikely that you'll be able to flash Twisted Advance and actually kill Lulu from when your allies are that far away. However, try and make that play anyway, and they scramble a little bit on the backside. And Afreeca really committed way too much to that disengage. They used the Explosive Cask and the Glacial Fissure right at the same time when they could have staggered those abilities and made their escape a little cleaner.
For JJ coming in with another package, or I should say has become the package.
He has become package.
He's become package.
The destroyer of backlines.
There he goes. The package, oh, immediately reversed.
Maokai.
Yeah, TP coming in. Cuvée right there onto Lyra. Lyra flashes almost immediately. Maokai with that ultimate. Pretty tanky. Lamb's Respite used as the damage comes in, but as it ends, 2 kills for Samsung. Mickey on his own, another kill for Slambition. Make that a triple kill. He's going for it. Ixu in trouble now. This is going to be an ace. Quadra kill for Ambition. What a team fight for Samsung. Wow.
Ambition smiling more than he did when they beat the Rocks Tigers right there.
No kidding.
It's like it was all me this time. Great Graves play, and that's going to mean a Baron here for the members of Samsung, immediately using that TP advantage to catch them out. And I did not expect Chain of Corruption to be this good against the Kindred, but it does lock everybody down because you want to stay inside that Lamb's Respite. But if you do so, certainly you become immune to that damage, but it locks everybody on the entire team up. Cuvée with the engage right here. Lyra has to put down his ultimate almost immediately. Everybody just piles in. And look at this Chain of Corruption. Kog'Maw is trying to run, pops the Summoner Heal, still can't get out fast enough, and then Ambition goes for the jugular.
Yep.
How did he, oh, his a red buff tick looked like.
Oh, yeah.
Actually finished that kill off for
Probably
the Quadra.
was. So Baron taken by Samsung immediately afterwards. Now the push continues, and this Kog'Maw from Afreeca Freecs has done literally nothing this game.
Well, they've never really been grouped and effectively team fighting as a Juggernaut. You have to start sort of set up and make sure,
Okay, engage onto Ixu. Went for a play there, but he was really the only one around. The rest of Afreeca Freecs taking a long time to join the party. And now, the party is brought to Ixu. Core JJ just loading on the damage. That Corki.
Here comes the rest of Samsung in the mid lane.
Yep, they can split this pretty effectively. Chain of Corruption, wow, what a shot from Crown right onto Mickey. The engage as well. They don't get the kills right away, but they lock up a lot of the Afreeca Freecs. Ixu low, survives for the moment. Samsung just turns their attention to that turret. Bramalt does nothing. Snowflower overstays his welcome, has to use his flash to get out. That's an easy inhibitor turret for Samsung to take. Now they just go right up to top lane.
Watching Ambition on Graves. He's his most played jungler now this season with this game. If you try and ban out that Nidalee, he will still out-farm you, and his team fighting is just impeccable on this champion.
Well, he's been looking so good on 3 junglers now. Kindred, Graves, and that Nidalee. It's hard to ban out Ambition at this point.
Spills Rapid Fire Cannon too, who cares? It's extra tankiness from Hysterics Gauge.
I get a little extra range there too. There goes the turret. Cuvée.
Can't catch out Cuvée, he's a Maokai.
Yeah, Cuvée can catch you though. Ixu in a lot of trouble. Core JJ comes in for more damage. Wraith right there as well. Ambition coming from the side, preventing Sofar and Songyun from joining that fight as easily. Cuvée still going in. Crown goes for the Q but can't pick off the top laner. Chain of Corruption used, and that's going to mean some kills are coming in. Ambition, low health, doesn't matter. Well, now it does, he's dead, but
he got
still a win.
Icathian surprised.
He did. Shouldn't have been a surprise, but it seems like it is sometimes.
It really is not a surprise at all. Everyone actually knows that Kog'Maw does that.
Yeah, it's like
you are a total noob if you think that the Icathian surprise is a surprise. All right, well, Ixu, they attempt to go in onto Cuvée right here, but look at this. The Lamb's Respite heals up 3 members of Samsung and 0 members of the Afreeca Freecs as they are trying to kite out of this one. As soon as the Chain of Corruption comes down, everybody just has to run. Lyra gets the Wild Growth on him, but there's enough damage over the wall. The Ecathian, not a surprise at all.
Ecathian Obvious, which is also the name of my emo band in high school.
Ecathian Obvious.
Yep. Dragon number 3 for Samsung.
How did you know what Ecathian was in high school?
I invented the word. Ryan clearly stole it from me.
Wow, that's some infringement right there. I think you got a suit pending there, Dylan.
Well, I mean, you know, it's you just go for the Latin root for fish.
Ichthus, yes.
Ichthus, right? And then just add Ecathian to make it kind of a cool sounding fish sort of word.
It's actually Greek, not Latin, but that's
whatever. Close enough. Close enough for Doa. And there you go. That's how the band name comes from.
I feel like that should be your tagline. Close enough for Doa.
It's worked so far.
A true play-by-play caster's motto.
There you go. Close enough for play-by-play. Ixu gets hit with the Chains of Corruption. That leaves Cuvée room to come in. A lot of juggling going on, but Varus takes down the turret, and now Samsung can just keep poking to death. There goes Lulu. Afreeca Freecs not able to turn this one around. The damage is just too high. Lamb's Respite used, but Ambition just going to go around the back. Goes for the kill with the smoke bomb. Uh-oh, Ambition, you must live. He does. He gets the kill onto Songyun, and that's going to be the end of the game. No surprise this time from Songyun as the Nexus turrets go down. Braum and Gragas trying to stop this one, but there's no stopping Samsung's poke. GG, game 1, taken by Samsung.
Another excellent performance by Ambition. He has been on fire in the last 3 games. Made some typical Ambition mistakes in game 1 versus the Rocks Tigers. Did end up feeding the LeBlanc with an Italy, but with his Graves, it's been great to watch him in these team fights.
No kidding. And Afreeca Freecs with, not a bad composition, but just one that was mitigated. Samsung really was great at landing that poke. I mean, Ambition played well, but Crown was so spot on with those ultimates, with his Qs.
I was really impressed by his Varus, actually.
Yeah, I mean, Ambition looked good, and I know he's going to get the MVP, but I'm going to vote for Crown anyway. I thought his ultimates in the team fights were so good.
Another Crown Fiesta for Samsung.
It's a Crown Fiesta. That is the truth. It's just a Crown party in here. That's right. And, if you're a Afreeca Freecs, the thing is when the Freecs lose a game like this, it doesn't mean anything, because they can come back in the next game and just play out of their minds. So this series could still go to 3 games, but so far so good for Samsung.
I think we may see some more Graves priority from the Afreeca Freecs, because it's been one of Lyra's best champions too. He actually beat SK Telecom with some great Graves play.
Very true. So when we come back, we'll see if the Freecs can tie it up. Don't go anywhere, guys.